Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I got an email from a subscriber, and the subscriber sent a donation. So, thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. All right. So, what happened was this dude sent me an email. And it was a very long email, and he was basically, asking me a lot of questions about, how should you go about the game? How do you get hotter chicks? How do you get, better quality women? He's like, I'm running into a lot of low quality women. And as I'm reading the email, right, I noticed he also said that he has a girlfriend. So then I was like, wait a second. So you ask me about how to get all these chicks, but you have a girlfriend. So then I had to respond to him before I made this video, and I sent the email and I said, hey, I need to know more information about this girlfriend and what's going on with this because, I'm like, do you have an open relationship? Are you cheating on her? What's going on, right? So he responds to me with this email. And so what I'm about to read is what he wrote back to me. And then I'm going to, talk about this, all right? So he says, hey, first off, you're the best dating coach online, and I love your advice. He's like, I feel I pretty much already know what I'm doing, but I'm hoping you can give me a unique insight into my situation that will help to motivate me to do what I need to do after all the truth is inside me. So basically, I have a Japanese girlfriend who is pregnant, and she is the best thing that has ever happened to me. The problem is, I have a bit of a drinking problem that drives her crazy, and her parents hate me for this. She is also a bit mental too. My question is, how do I play the game assuming we break up without being discouraged because I feel my outer game is tight, but my inner game is quite weak? I really do not like being rejected by rude, cold-hearted, and basically low-class girls. How do you and people like you become who you are without losing faith in the face of so much adversity? How do I develop a confident inner self without letting it break after have gone through so much bullshit? And is there a possibility that I may work it out with my girlfriend because she really, really loves me and she needs me, but her parents might disown her if she continues a relationship with me? Should I let her go with a baby or maybe no baby? She's had miscarriages a couple times. Or should I continue to tolerate her drama and nonsense because I am such a rare type of guy and she is a rare type of girl? So it's like we pretty much need each other. We are both trust fund babies, both temperamental, no jobs, and we travel a lot together. I am so confused, but what I really want to know is how do you learn to create a thick skin and basically just not get worn out or beaten down by the game itself? What is it that will make and keep me strong enough to do what I want to do without getting so angry and frustrated by the number of low quality girls I keep coming across? And is it even worth it? All right, so there's a lot of things going on here. There's a lot of things going on here, man. A whole lot of things, right? But what I want to you to understand, and for any of you guys out here in a lot of different situations, because I get a lot of different emails about how to actually like step up your game and make things happen, right? And what you have to understand is this: is that the game is going to work for you once you master yourself, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Because this is what it's all about here, right? Now, what I want to point out real quick is in your situation, you have a girlfriend, but you're talking about hollering at other girls, right? Now, before you do that, you have to figure out what's really happening in your relationship. Meaning, have you and your girl talked about you fucking with other women? You understand? Is there an understanding there? Is there going to be an understanding that you're going to be hollering at chicks? Did you have this conversation with your girl, or are you going to be cheating on her? What you understand? Because if you're going to be cheating on her, that's already putting yourself in a janky position. You understand? But if you talk to her and say, hey, look, I'm with you, but I might want to mess around with other chicks, and it is what it is, right? And if she's cool with that, and if that works out, then fine. Then at that point, you could start actually hollering at these chicks. But before you start hollering at girls or trying to get out there and everything, you need to have that conversation first, and that has to be nipped in the bud first, right? And that's part of actually you mastering yourself, because what you're doing is that you are creating a situation to where you're being honest and open with yourself first, because you're being honest and saying, look, this is what I want to do. You're saying this to yourself. I want to go and holler at other girls. I got a girlfriend, but I still want to fuck with other chicks. You're being honest with yourself. Now you're being honest in your relationship, which is part of you, part of your situation is you and this girl. So you want to make sure that, everything in that, aspect of your life is on points, because if you start off sneaking around or doing some shit and you being all inauthentic, that's not you mastering yourself. And when I talk about mastering yourself, what I'm saying is that you have to basically understand who you are, what you're about, the things you want, the things you don't want. You understand? The things that make you tick, the things that make you, feel good, all these different things you got to understand about yourself, because it's going to help you when it comes to you, dealing with the game, right? Now let's get into some of these details in your email, right? Because you were saying that, you got this girlfriend or whatever, and you saying that, you said I have a bit of a drinking problem that drives her crazy, and her parents hate you for this. And you said she's also a bit mental too, right? And this actually makes sense that this is sort of the situation. And I'm going to tell you why. And the reason why this is happening and this is the way it is because, like attracts like, right? So you're saying, hey, I have a bit of a drinking problem. I'm, doing some crazy shit or whatever. And she's also mental too. So both of y'all have some issues that y'all need to work out, right? And since both of y'all have those issues, that's what's attracting you guys to each other. You understand? Because, you even said, you said that, where's the part in here you said, hey, you said I'm such a rare type of guy. She's such a rare type of girl that we pretty much need each other. So it's almost like y'all are sort of leaning on each other because y'all have some sort of issues with each other. Y'all have issues, and those issues are sort of what's keeping that together. But see, what you want to do is that you want to get better in your situation, right? So that therefore, once you get better, she will also get better. You understand? Because if you master yourself, if you stop, if you work on this drinking problem, if you work on all these other problems that you're having and you get better, right? That's going to inspire her to get better, or, you're going to help inspire her to get better, and then y'all will get better together. You understand? But right now, it's, it's just you and her are attracted to that dysfunction that y'all have is attracting each other. You understand what I'm saying? It's always like attract like, always it's like attracts like. It's like if I, open a sports bar, I'm going to attract people who like sports, that they're going to come to this bar to watch the sports and chill, drink a beer, watch the playoffs or whatever it is. I'm attracting those people because I'm, I have that sports bar. If I'm selling lipstick, right, I'm going to attract women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you might attract some men nowadays because, but anyway, but you know what I'm saying, right? And the thing is also too, what you got to understand is that energy, certain energies are going to attract certain types of energy. So if you're the type of person who's really positive, who really likes to, just be in a good mood, you're chill or whatever. A lot of times what you're going to do is you're going to attract more of those people who are positive. You see what I'm saying? You'll see, some negative people here and there, but you're not really going to attract those people. You're not going to be around those people because, you're not that type of person. You don't want to be around that type of people because you are the positive person, right? So those people just are not on your wavelength. You're not really surrounding yourself around those people because it just doesn't feel right because you like to be positive. Same thing for negative people. If you're on some negative shit, you're going to be around a lot of negativity. You're going to surround yourself around a lot of negativity. You understand? Because the positivity and the negativity is always there. You understand? But what you gravitate to depends on where you're at. So if you're on that positive shit, you're gonna gravitate to more positive shit. If you're on that negative shit, you're gonna gravitate to some negative shit. If you are the type of person who is on point, you're gonna gravitate to more people and things that are on point. If you're not on point, you're gonna gravitate to more people and things that are not on point. See, right now, you're really not on point, so you gravitate to a woman who is also not on point. She's not on point, so she gravitates to a man who's not on point. You see what I'm saying? So this is why the relationship is where it is now. So the thing is, you need to start to upgrade yourself, meaning you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your problems, right? And then at the same time, what's going to happen is that as you're working out on your problems, you're going to be indirectly helping your girl work on her problems. You understand? Because as you get better, you're going to want to be around better. Now, if she doesn't get better, who knows? Other things could happen. We don't know. You understand? Where, like, maybe let's say you're getting better, but she's not, and then you might want to like end up seeing another girl or whatever and not be with her. Who knows? You understand? But the thing is, you got to make sure that you're working on yourself and mastering yourself first. Because once you master yourself, then you're going to start to get better things going on in your life. You see what I'm saying? And now the thing is, you were asking about, like, how do you play the games, so that, you don't have to be dealing with these like low class girls, or, and how do you how do you overcome this adversity of trying to make something happen, but you get worn down and beat down by the game, right? Now, see, again, like I was saying earlier, that like attracts like, right? So the reason why you're coming across the low class girls is truthfully because you have that low energy, you have that low vibration in your situation right now. So it's not that the high class women aren't around. They are around. But what's happening is that since you have that low vibration, what you're doing is that you're only seeing or focusing on the girls who are the low quality and that type of chick. You see what I'm saying? It's really that simple. And a lot of this stuff is a very like subtle and subconscious thing. Because the thing is that the way that you feel about yourself is what you're going to, do and gravitate to in the world. You understand what I'm saying? So that means, let's say you see a really hot girl, and most of you guys have done this. You see a hot girl and you say, oh, she's out of my league, or you think that you can't get her because she's too hot. And the reason why you're thinking this is because you don't see yourself as the shit. You don't see yourself as on point. So what do? You end up going with a chick. You see this chick, you think she's a 10. You end up going with a chick you think is a 6 because you think that's more on your level. You think that's more of what you can get, right? So you're low quality. The way you see yourself as low quality. So then therefore you go for the low quality because that's what you think that's the level you think you're at. You see what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, if you actually, see yourself as high quality, if you start doing high quality shit, you start being more confident, right? Then you're actually going to, make things happen in the way you want it to happen. You understand? Because look, you can have your girlfriend and have other girls you messing with on the side, but you have to set up your relationship like that. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with your girl, and you have to basically work on yourself in order to get from point A to point B. See, none of this is going to happen overnight. You understand what I'm saying? You got to work on this shit, right? And also the thing is, you were asking like, how do you overcome, this stuff? He's like, what is it that'll keep you strong enough to do what you want to do without getting so angry and frustrated by the number of low quality girls that keep coming across, right? And so, what you got to understand is this, is you have to be realistic about the game. You got to be extremely realistic about the game, right? Because this is what really messes up a lot of guys, is that most guys are extremely unrealistic about the game, right? Meaning they want certain things to happen. They're like, I want, the hottest girls. I want the hottest chicks to have sex with me as soon as possible and quickly, and I want to be able to go out on a Friday night and grab up the hottest chick in the club and bring her home with me and do this and do that or whatever. I want the hottest girlfriend. I want this and I want that, right? Now, the thing is this, you can get those things. But the question is, what are you willing to give the game in order to get that type of stuff you want from the game? All right, I'm going to say that again. What are you willing to give the game in order to get what you want from the game? You understand? It's a really simple question, but the thing is, most people don't want to answer that, because the thing is this, is that if you want, the hot girls and the top quality chicks, and you want shit to pop off and all this other stuff, you have to work on yourself first. This is what I'm talking about with this whole video. You have to master yourself. You have to work on your shits. Because this is the thing. In order for you to get that hot girl, right, you might have to go through 50 rejections from a whole bunch of different chicks in order to develop the skill it takes to be confident enough to get that hot girl you want, or the hot type of girls you want. Meaning that you have to get rejected enough to where rejection don't mean shit to you, to the point where you're not scared of rejection, to the point where the fear of rejection is not really even there. So therefore, when you see that hot girl, you step up to her with extreme confidence, because it's like, yo, I don't give a fuck if I get you or not. There's other hot girls. If you ain't gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with this chick right here. But see, that type of confidence doesn't come unless you work on yourself. You understand? See, I've said this a million times. I always said the game is about you, right? So what are you going to give the game in order to get what you want? And the thing is, you have to give the game time. You have to give the game your time. So a lot of guys, they just sort of want this shit to go down. It's, you know what? I'll give you an example of how ridiculous this sounds for when a lot of guys come at the game. You wanting just to like bang hot chicks all day and want to know the formula to do this and make this happen, right? You just stepping into this shit and wanting it to happen, right, is the equivalent of you walking into a company and walking up into the office and say, hey, I want to be the vice president of this company tomorrow. Look at you like, who the fuck is this guy? You just walk up into the office, you walk up into the building and say, hey, where's the owner of this company? Oh, let me go up into his office. Hey, listen, sir, I came in here and I want to be the vice president of your company. What? Nah, son, it don't work that way. If you want to become that vice president, or you want to get that high position in that company, you got to give that company some time. You got to give them your time. You got to give them your energy. You got to give them some work. You understand what I'm saying? You got to work at it to get to that point. To become that vice. You ain't going to just become vice president just walking in. You see what I'm saying? You ain't just going to be bagging hot chicks just by walking in the club. What have you done to work on yourself? How much time have you put in? How many situations have you gone through to develop that thick skin that you need in order to get the success? You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, if you're thinking that it's easy, if you're thinking that, oh, it's just gonna like fall into my lap, right? Then the thing is that when it doesn't fall into your lap, when things don't go the way you want it to go, then you're going to go back into that state of feeling like, oh, this sucks and I can't make stuff happen and I'm a loser and things aren't going to work out for me and all this other stuff. You see what I mean? So the thing is, the reality is, you got to put some work into this. So, if you want to actually get these high quality girls, you want to mess with, bad chicks, and especially, in the guy who wrote this email, especially in your situation, you got a lot of things to work on. You got to work on yourself. You got to work on your relationship you got with your girl. So you got to focus on that first. Then once you got that tight, then you could go out here and you holler at these chicks. Because you know why? You're going to have more success hollering at girls when you have the base of your situation tight. Because if you going out to holler at these girls and you still drinking a lot and your girl is, wilding out or something, and, you haven't really even told your girl you doing this shit, what do you think your mind state's going to be when you approach that girl that you're trying to holler at? You understand? You're not even going to be focused because you're going to be thinking, damn, like, what am I going to say to this girl? What is this girl going to do when she finds out that I got a girlfriend? What is my girlfriend going to do when she finds out I'm talking to this girl? You see, like, all of that crazy shit's going to be happening. Then on top of that, since you already have that low vibration, what's going to happen is that you're going to be focused on talking to these girls who are on the same low vibration. And this is why you're going to keep running into those girls who are on that bullshit, or you're going to keep indulging in those girls who are on that bullshit, because since you are not stepping up your shit, you're going to feel like you don't deserve the top shit. Just like I'm saying, like that guy that thinks the girl's out of his league. The fact that you are in the situation you're in now in your life, you're going to see a woman who is on point. And what's going to happen is subconsciously, you're not going to really try to make anything happen with her. You're not going to, or nothing's really going to happen with her because you feel like you don't deserve it. You're going to feel like she's not on your level. Just like you said, hey, I feel like, me and my girl need each other. You understand? Because you feel like this is the level that you're at now. And this is what you can do. And this is what you can get. But the reason why you're in that situation right now is because you haven't mastered yourself. So if you don't master yourself, you're not going to be able to master the other situations that are arising in your life. Like Leonardo da Vinci once said, he who cannot establish dominion over himself will have no dominion over others. You see what I'm saying? So you got to, work on your shit first. You got to work on you and work on your situation with your girl, and then come out here and make shit happen. You understand? But if you're trying to make shit happen while you haven't worked on yourself or worked on your situation, you're never going to get what you really want. All right? So that's pretty much it. Listen, if you guys have any more questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.